Here is a quick explanation on how to complete a route in Redlist. So when you come here to the home screen, you'll want to go to maintenance down in your bottom navigation bar. If you don't see maintenance down in the bottom navigation bar, go to tools and you'll see it in the list. But in this case, I have it here in the bottom navigation bar, so I'm going to tap on that. It's going to bring you to your workboard. You may have more than one workboard. Up here near the top where it says maintenance, you can hit the drop down and look at the other maintenance boards that may be available for you to view. In this case, we're going to stay on the maintenance workboard. You can see that there are various tasks and routes that could be assigned to you or your role. I'll go through a couple of those right now. As far as the assign to my role, you could tap into that and see, hey, this is something that I need to work on, it's assigned to me, but more often than not, your group, your team is going to be going into all open. So we'll tap into that and we're going to search, because there's so many different routes and work orders in here, we're just going to search for the one that we're looking for at the top here. I'm going to put in route. And look, oh, there's a lube route. Now something to notice on the screen, you'll have that work order number in the gray box, number 20286, and it's 25 lube routes. 25 could refer to the asset number. It will change depending on where it's being generated from. So in this case, I'm going to tap in on the 25-lube routes. You'll also see that progress bar near the bottom. It appears that someone has completed some of the tasks in here. To confirm that, I'm going to scroll down. You'll notice that all these tasks say to do, but down here at the bottom, the screw conveyor task has been completed already. I'm going to scroll up to the top on the next task. We're going to go into it. We can see that it is for the boiler. You can see the photos on the boiler. If you need to go into the boiler's asset profile, you can tap into that to see where it might be in terms of the location, the serial number, any of the other work orders that could be associated with that asset. You can see any of the attachments, safety data sheets, photos, anything that might be associated with that. But that's only if you really need to see that. You can also see the gearbox component here and the photo on that if you need to get a better idea. You can tap into the photo, hit view, and it's going to bring up the specific photo that was taken for that gearbox. You can also take photos of that as well if you need to update that photo, and if it's terrible and you know you can get a better one, you can update it from the app. But you're busy, you're doing your route, you know what it's here for. So we're scrolling down and we can see that the parts and products, synthetic gear oil for the gearbox oil, 4 liters. And so you'll go through, do that, lube that up. If you need to communicate to anybody that you have done this task, or there's something odd going on, you see a leak, you could write a new post in the communication hub. If you at someone, that is actually going to send a notification straight to their phone as long as they have the Redlist app with your message on it, just like any other messaging app. I'm going to back out of this for now. Once you've completed the task, you're going to go to the top to the status bar, hit to do, and hit complete. Now there's one other scenario that I'm going to run you through, but once again, if we scroll down to the bottom, now there are 2 completed tasks, and you can see who completed the last one and who completed the most recent one. On this one that is the exhaust fan, you can see the little document symbol next to it. that means that there is a form on this task that will need to be completed before you can mark the task as completed. So I'm tapping into that. We can see it's for the exhaust fan. And on this task, it's specific because it has instructions. There are special instructions on certain tasks that can be loaded in there, or if they need to be loaded in there, those can be put in by your administrator on the web interface. So we have the substation inspection. I'm going to tap into that, and we are going to fill out this substation inspection. Just going to put 12 and 24, and we're just going to pass everything on this. Sometimes these forms are set up in such a way that if you hit fail, it's going to create a work order that will go into another part of the system where you can be monitoring for those work orders. It depends how your administrator has set it up, but that would be the way to alert folks that, hey, maybe there's a problem with this exhaust fan, the station lights on this exhaust fan, and we need to attach a file, take a picture of it, describe the problem, etc. But for time's sake, I'm going to pass this. No additional comments. I'm going to put my signature. And then you'll back out from there and hit submit up here at the top. Now that this inspection has been completed, you'll notice that saying pending submission. That means it's uploading to the cloud in the moment. But now that you've done that, you can go up here and change the status from to do to completed. And then we'd go to the next task.